Welcome to Living in Beauty. It's Tuesday, January 19th, 2021, day 1646 on the road, and we're on the Gulf Coast of northern Florida. We finally took the plunge and joined the e-bike revolution. RVing cross-country from San Diego to Florida with our sassy new Dolphin e-bikes has opened up a new dimension to living in beauty. We get out more now, go farther, see places we've been missing due to the limitations of distance, winter daylight hours, and the natural effects of aging. If there's anything more exhilarating than a good bike ride, don't tell us, because it's either illegal, immoral, too dangerous, or we can't afford it. Cycling time is adventure time. Riding through new places every week makes us feel like explorers, but bicycles alone are a mysterious force. Science understands more about the aerodynamic force of lift in flight than about the stability of bicycles. So, when you straddled the seat of a two-wheeled mystery of geometry and physics that even MIT can't explain, then place your feet on the pedals and move forward steadily in a balanced position, you are participating in an experiment of human potential and contributing to future progress in safe, fuel-free transportation. May the camber forces be with you. Cycling is also rebellious. As cycling advocates since way back in the 70s in San Diego, we were demonized by motorist groups. As lifelong cycling enthusiasts, we were early adapters, the first to have a Winchester child trailer in San Diego, and among the first to wear the skid lid, which saved both our lives in 1981 when we were young, clueless immortals riding downhill during heavy storm runoff. If you don't take the time to slow down and calculate risk, life will step in and do it for you. So there was no dragging our heels toward e-bikes. We were holding out for a model that could efficiently and safely partner with the living and beauty lifestyle, biding our time until a lightweight folding model with all of the safety and comfort measures we require grabbed our attention. Portable folding bikes are essential living and beauty equipment. They service both recreation and alternative transportation, especially when we're in congested metro areas or old towns with narrow roads where driving and parking the beast is problematic. Our first year on the road, we bought a pair of pre-owned folding Dayhans in Tennessee. These trusty bikes were our traveling companions for our first 4 living in beauty years. Then, in 2018, on a tour of the eastern seaboard, we encountered the thrill of rail trails. And during that time, we longed for e-bikes. But the internet search was not productive. It was like a bad experience on a dating site. Every good-looking contestant was either out of our league or not up to our potential. Our e-bike hadn't been born yet, so we put it out of our minds. We were good with the Dayhans. Then, last year, Jim damaged his Achilles tendon. The therapeutic boot presented a cycling challenge. Uphill pedaling around Lake Tahoe caused awful chafing and blistering on his leg. So I began pushing hard for e-bikes, as Jim continually cooled my wheels with his exasperating list of bullet-pointed must-haves. And by far, the most forbidding requirement was space management. There's no messing with Jim's organizational triumphs. He wouldn't give an inch. But he felt hopeful that soon there would emerge a model in dimensions comparable to the trusty old folding Dayhans, which fit positioned side by side on half the length of the beast's back seat. No fair, I pouted. That's the kiss of death, I argued. E-bikes tend to run heavier and larger than average, I reasoned. Hey, what about a bike rack inside the trailer? Something to hold them in place, wedged into the bathroom between the toilet and the shower while we're in motion. Or store them on a tarp spread out over the bed. Yeah, that'll work. And when it rains, we can put them under the trailer or in the clam quickset. Jim responded calmly. So annoying. Countering my arguments with the dozens of reasons which I already knew about why settling presented more problems than solutions. Something will come up, he said. Let's keep looking. Maybe the right bike is already out there and we just haven't found it. Until then, we have the Dayhons. Flashback to pre-Living in Beauty, 6 years ago. We learned that full-time Airstreaming is a luxurious travel lifestyle, but only for dedicated minimalists. So, well before we started out, we made a pact, but not a blood pact, which leaves me some wiggle room, to travel as small as possible. No follies, fantasies, or flamingos. The key to more adventure, accomplishing more in less time, is to travel light. With, of course, the notable exception of wine. But I was feeling desperate, for Jim's sake and also for my own. These 64-year-old knees are okay, I guess, but grinding uphill in granny gear is certainly not getting any less painful for either of us as the years go by. Patience, he says. Yeah, tell that to my arthritis. Then, early last September, Jim texted to me a video of The Dolphin by Koala Sports. Under the video, he wrote, "Eureka! Our e-bikes really do exist. The price isn't over our heads, and I found 2 in stock in Dana Point." Well, we were traveling south through wine country on our way to San Diego. In 3 days, we'd passed through Dana Point. Just like my old man said, our e-bike solution would surface out of the blue with every bullet point accounted for. I felt like jumping up and down like a 9-year-old. Okay, I jumped up and down like a 9-year-old and squealed, "New bikes for Christmas!" The Dolphin emerged in 2019, but somehow this bike escaped our sketchy powers of internet research when we paused in frustration back in 2018. We're putting it out there for other RVers and boaters who are looking for a similar e-bike solution. As we drove south toward Dana Point, we kept up the Dolphin research. Apparently, it has a larger battery than most and is far less expensive than we expected. Also, the Dolphin is lightweight for easier lifting, handling, and assembly. Furthermore, universal parts are available in North America, so no dependence on proprietary parts or specialty maintenance. Well, it all seemed too perfect. Doubts began to set in. We had to go see it. As we pulled into Dana Point, our excitement escalated. We parked the beast and took a moment to prepare. Yeah, be cool. Take 'em for a ride, kick the tires, and if we're stoked, we'll perform the Cinderella test and try to cram 'em in the Dayhan space. If they don't fit, or if we can't lift them with average effort, we walk away. No big thing. But the moment Robbie, owner of Easy Green Bike Shop, rolled out the Dolphins, we knew this was it. We love everything about these bikes. Even our lil wolf, Pico de Gallo, is delighted with the upgrade. The fabulous front rack makes his ride more stable and less bumpy. Someday soon, we'll outfit the Dolphins with panniers, a new dog carrier, and the front and back racks will be perfect for grocery shopping and picnics. And the batteries are even better than we expected. In several months of riding, we've never lost power. Haven't even come close. At the end of an all-day 40-mile urban bike ride around coastal San Diego, the batteries were still half full. So moving forward, hello Dolphins and goodbye Dayhans. But you know what? Old bikes carry your story. It's tough to let them go. But when we arrived to San Diego, we posted the pair on Craigslist. And due to COVID and closures, a bidding war began. But in the end, we let them go to the first contact who offered our full original price. The next morning, an excited young couple pulled into our campground in a brand new Lotus. They were delighted when Jim rolled the bikes out and gave them a short tutorial. Then the Dayhans split with the Lotus and never looked back. Because you know what? That's what bikes do. Move forward. Ride on, old friends. Ride on. Now that our bike riding possibilities are kind of endless, we're thinking bigger and more strategically about rail trails and off-street bike lanes like Tammany Trace, Lucy Line, and the entire Erie Canal. Woohoo! Pico at the helm, sun on my shoulders, wind whipping through Jim's chest hair. The Dolphins make us feel plucky as the cares of the world recede into the background. Here's the deal. We take the Dolphins out as often as possible, and they make sure we're home in time for dinner. In the last few months, we've ridden them over all kinds of surfaces, pavements like packed earth, gravel, sand. Those fat all-terrain tires smooth out the rough spots and take the hit for our old butts. So yeah, the wait was worth it. The Dolphins are getting us out there, coaxing us to go farther, stay out longer, encouraging us to experience the world like a couple of 40-year-olds with a happy puppy dog. Hey, we're so fond of these bikes that we've reached out to Koala Sports and asked them to give Living in Beauty followers a discount. So if you decide to go with a Dolphin, use the Living in Beauty discount code and you will receive a $100 discount per Dolphin and free shipping at checkout. Hey, have fun, stay safe, remember to look both ways, respect the rules of the road, wear a helmet, avoid crowded areas, and see ya out there. Thank you so much for joining us at Living in Beauty. If you like this post and want to be notified when a new one is released, please enter your email address and click the follow button at the bottom of this page. For more info, check out our travel maps and facts. Okay, that's it for now. Safe travels, and see you next time.